Coming back to the flood situation, Kun Sathapat Pathong, our reporter, has the interview with the MRT Underground Metro and their preventive measures to deal with the flood problem.
I am now standing in front of Phetchaburi MRT station, which is one of the 6 stations being at risk of flooding. And right here is the entrance of the Phetchaburi MRT station, which is now temporarily fully closed because it is situated very close to Sansap Canal, which is right behind this station. But the entrance 1 and entrance 3 are still open for service. As the massive water running from the north is getting closer to the inner Bangkok, not just the areas on the ground are affected, but the Bangkok Metro, known as MRT, which is underground of Bangkok City, is also at risk of flooding. Among 18 stations, there are 6 stations being on a closed wash. And the 6 stations include Bang Sue, Kamphaeng Phet, Chatuchak, Phahon Yothin, Lad Prao, and Phetchaburi stations. According to the managing director of the MRT operator, Bangkok Metro Public Company Limited, or BMCL, out of the 6 stations, 2 stations are most concerning.
We have only 2 stations. We have some worry. The first one is at Bang Sue station. That is quite close to the Klong Prem Prachakon and Klong Papa. And also another one is Lad Prao. Our senior management just returned back from the trip to visit and watch the level of the water. Nothing serious for the time being, and we hope that we can be able to operate our system every day as usual.
For initial prevention measures, the managing director said with 1.2-meter concrete stairs from the footpath in front of the entrances of each station, the flood water will not be able to overflow into the underground areas. However, if the water level is gradually rising, BMCL already set up 1.5-meter flood barriers around the entrances of the risky stations. So, the entrances can withstand the water level up to 2.7 meter high.
We have what's so-called stop lock. The height of stop lock is 1.5 meter. Altogether, it's 2.7 meter. And basically, when we talk about the sea level, the top of the stop lock is 3.5 meter from the sea level.
For the electricity and water drainage systems, BMCL Operations Director said the company is well prepared and confident that it can deal with the situation even in the worst-case scenario.
For the MRT system, according to our design, we have 2 infeeds from MEA. One is from the Ratchada Pisek substation, another from Bangkapi substation. One can feed the electricity enough for the whole system, so that when we have 2 infeeds, if one fails, another one can take over fully without any effect. But in the worst case scenario, that 2 infeeds all fail, it means that the whole Bangkok is blackout. Then we have another system as a backup. We have a big generator at our depot to generate electricity enough for the safety system and enough time to evacuate all the passengers out of the system safely and to maintain the system. Since you see that we have all the protection for the inlet of the water into the system, so I believe that our design of the protection is very secure. But in case of some small leakage into the system, we have the drainage system inside the station and in the tunnels, so that all the leakages will go down into the sump. And from that sump, it's a huge one, about 10 to 15 cubic meters sump. We pump the water from that sump out into the street again. So we can consider that in that case, we are still safe.
In the normal situation, the number of MRT trips stands at around 250,000 per day. But over the past month of flooding and the school holiday, the number has been declined. Moreover, BMCL Managing Director said with misunderstanding that the MRT operation is temporarily halted during the flood crisis, the number is below 200,000. Meanwhile, some foreign commuters using MRT said they are confident with the MRT's safety systems.
Often. I travel by SkyTrain and MRT, so I often in Krung Thep I often go in the train. I'm very confident because I said there are big machines, krang yay, and they're pumping water everywhere up to the top into the river. I think more dangerous is in the street than in here.
The safety system. I think hopefully the safety system should work if there's a flood and water enters the system, that they can shut it down quick and not electrify everyone or drown them.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
In the worst case scenario, BMCL Managing Director said the company will work closely with the Mass Rapid Transit Authority of Thailand, or MRTA, to consider the situation. He said BMCL will try to operate the service as long as it can. But if the flood water quickly overflows and rises, the company may have to decide to stop operating in some particular stations. สถาปัตย์แพทอง reporting for ASEAN TV.
After the break, Tesco Lotus sets up a shipping center at Bytec on Ban Na Road due to the floods.